Hey guys, welcome back, John Megacycle here. I wanted to take a minute off of my recording schedule and I wanted to show you this game here. This was shown to me by one of my fans called and the game is called OpenRA. It's an open source, I believe, hence the open, and with it you're able to play actually the older games Dune 2000, the original Red Alert, and the original Command and Conquer, also known as Tiberium Dawn. Now, the awesome thing about this is it's been completely reworked on a completely different code base, I guess I'd like to call it. So what you'll see here is much better resolution, much better gameplay. The economies are a little different, the gameplay's a bit different, but you get a much richer experience with some of these games as opposed to loading up your old version of, like, let's say Command and Conquer. Now the awesome thing about this, I just want to take a couple of minutes and show you around. This is my game. Like, I've wanted to play original Command and Conquer forever, and it looks like you can actually play multiplayer with other people, which is pretty amazing. It's all built in to this setup. My name's not Newbie. How many times I gotta keep changing that? Bam! The awesome thing is this allows me to tap into all the old. This is all nostalgia right here. This is all custom written and everything. With single player, you get the missions. In this case, for Command and Conquer, you get all of the missions already opened up for you if you wanted to go through and play the entire GDI campaign, the Nod campaign, and of course the dinosaur missions, which I believe were in Covert Ops. So that's pretty awesome too. Aside from that, they did rewrite and they did write their own AI, so you can actually play out a map in a game with other players, and like I've said, multiplayer, but also with the AI, and the AI does a pretty alright job. Pretty dialed in, I'd say. A good difficult challenge. You can also make custom maps. This actually comes with a map editor. I tried to set up a map here, just get rid of that. Yep. But it's pretty awesome. I wanted to at least walk through this a little bit, and when you've selected a mod, they're called mods in this case, you can click back to mods and you can switch games while you're in the menu here. So when you download OpenRA, you're just going to see this and you get to choose your battlefield, so to speak. After you download it, click load mod. Not too long, you don't have to wait very long. Bam, now you're in Red Alert. And the loading screen, everything's done, it's nicely polished. I've been playing this for a bunch now, like constantly the last 2 or 3 days, and I don't see any real hiccups with it. It seems pretty well dialed in, and then here we are, Dune 2000. Pretty slick. So I wanted to go through a quick skirmish with you in original Command and Conquer, and I just wanted to show you around how this all works. Single player, skirmish. Let's just go up against a 1v1. I've been doing like 4v4 battles and a bunch of craziness. Let's just pick something. Sure, choke point. Haven't played this one. Oh, nope. I didn't mean to click random. Choke point. Now, an even cooler thing is, hang on. Let me pick a bigger map. I want to show you some really awesome features about how map selection is made. Null Peter, just a bigger map. What you can do, one of the awesome things here, instead of clicking every single one and adding more players or whatever you want, you can go through slot admin, add, and it'll automatically fill the room with bots. And then you can say how you want teams or whatever configured. So let's say 4 teams. Bam, they're on the team. All you have to do is check the spawn point, click ready, or start game here. You're in the game. So let's go back to something a little more simple. I want to make this a quick video, but I at least want to show you the ropes pretty quick here. Let's go up against Cabal. I'll play as Global Defense Initiative. They could play against Asnod. Let's kill off the teams. I'd like to spawn in A. And you can either click the ready here or start game. Now, one thing that's difficult to get used to is, in my opinion, the resolution. The resolution is amazing. Look at this. This really gives you a much higher experience than the original Command and Conquer does. And a lot of the hotkeys are set up as well. So the benefit is, like when I'm doing the control groups like I always do, like we always have been doing for years, that's there. But also you can use, what is it, ERTYU up at the keyboard to switch between the build menus real quick, and that's pretty awesome as well. What this really turns into, it turns into a very quick-paced, almost, I don't know, slapstick is maybe the wrong word, but a very quick-paced multiplayer experience. It works out really well. The economies are dialed in. I really like a lot of the add-ons they've done. But it's still the familiar tech tree that we're used to. Weapons factory, right away. Need more harves. Is that an oil derrick? I'm gonna have to figure that out. Is that blue tib? What is that? Yeah, they've added blue Tiberium in this game too, in this version. Oh, excuse me, little hiccup there. So there's a lot of really neat differences and neat additions that they've made to this game. Still making it very interesting, but still having that very simple, nostalgic feel. You can download the original soundtrack too. What the heck? Alright. Must have come across some blue tib or something. I don't know what the deal with that was.
Construction complete. New construction.
More harves. Barracks, please. The power grid is all redone as well. Power usage is on the left. Do I have enough power for that? I do. Silo usage is on the right. It's all very nice and cleaned up. Again, the only thing that's really tough to handle is maybe the resolution. But aside from that, it's very crisp. Let's get into the refinery. Another awesome thing is you can queue up structures. So I've built the power plant, or I'm building it, and I queued up the refinery. So the very second I place that power plant, the refinery gets building. Yes, awesome. That is cool. I can actually capture these things. That wasn't the way in the normal Command & Conquer, so that's actually really awesome. The prices have been adjusted slightly as well. MCVs are not 5,000, they're only 2,000. Also, some of the tech tree has been cleaned up. Very cool. Some of the tech tree has been cleaned up, making it a little bit easier. So it's a little more geared for, I think, that multiplayer experience, which I think is pretty awesome. Why don't you guys come back here? I don't really have much for base defense. I'm still trying to get a good economy online. I feel getting good economy online is a little more important, especially considering... Yeah, just like that. Look at that. That's awesome. That was really something that was added in what? Not even... I don't think that was even in Command & Conquer 2. So it's cool to see them backport some interesting functionality. Command center, and then I need a power plant, and then let's start cranking out some stuff. Medium tank requires communication center. Let's just get 2 Humvees, 5 rocket soldiers. Also, waypoint is a thing that's been added, so you can set where your troops load up, which is also really awesome. Not huge changes in the way the game plays, but still simple improvements really make it a lot better, in my opinion. In addition, now that we built our radar, we also get the airstrike every 3 minutes and 30 seconds. It's 10 A-10s, a lot like they are in... Oh, yep, there's their first nod shipment. Yeah, just like in Generals. Think of it like that, the A-10s. Crates, everyone loves crates. Yeah, an extra $1,000. I could dig it. Let's get our advanced comms online. Let's get some medium tanks going on. Global Defense Initiative is known for their heavy weaponry, so let's make sure that we put that to effect. Oh, let's do a little harassment. Why not? It's right here. Might not be able to get far, but...
Unit lost. Unit ready. Unit lost. Unit lost. Unit lost.
You got some good distance in there. Yeah, I didn't think we were just gonna win, but... Gonna need some more minigunners for this. We need some more anti-infantry weaponry. Now, another neat thing is, I don't know if you can see, there's a little gray outline here. That's the maximum range you can build structures. So it's kind of neat that they built in a few limitations, but also allowing you to build farther. In the original Command & Conquer, you couldn't. Structures had to touch each other. Which sounds terrible, but that's the case. Alright, now we have something worth writing home about. Also, they redid the helipad structure completely. It's awesome. In this iteration of the game, your orcas and your Apaches don't have to come back to recharge. Or get more armor or ammo. No ammo. Yeah, they don't have to come back for more ammo. What'll happen is, they'll rearm in the sky. If you want to take them back to the helipad, you can, and that's where they'll do repairs. So you don't absolutely need a repair facility unless you want to repair your vehicles, your land-based vehicles. And the benefit is, even that took a price drop. See, 500. Oh, artillery, awesome. Well, I wish we were leading with some tanks, but... Okay, run them over. Another really cool thing about it is, I don't know if you noticed, but your units can gain rank. For everything they kill, they get a little bit of a promotion, and they'll get the chevrons on the side. Just run them over, would you guys? Come on. Thank you! I have no anti-infantry. You know what I have? I've got tanks. That's all the anti-infantry I need. These medium tanks are really going to rough them up. And the even cooler thing is you can queue up units. Like, I don't know if you noticed that, but that's something I just haven't been mentioning. Queue up units, queue up structures. There we go. 1 rank, he has a chevron. Not that big of a deal, but pretty awesome. Silos are needed, huh? Well, let's get an Air Force. Queue up a bunch of orcas right there. Very good. In my opinion, air power is something that was always kind of lax in the first few Command and Conquers. I think Generals is one of the first ones that really had it dialed in, at least significantly better. Nope, back. I don't want to deal with defenses, I just want to deal with the base. Oh, cool, airstrike. And I'll demonstrate what this does. Our 3A10s, machine gun, and a light napalm bombing. It sounds like I'm cooking something. And the light napalm bombing to make it extra sweet. And here we are to the MCV. Now, the AI is smart enough to build a new MCV and attempt to rebuild their base. So that's actually a really cool thing. The AI was really kind of heavily scripted in the original Command & Conquer game, so there wasn't a whole lot to it. And of course, Eva's going to yell at me constantly for not having enough silo space. Oh! There we go. All cleaned up. Yeah, see? Oh, ion cannon's ready. Awesome. They also did a good job with this. It's the ion cannon you're used to, but there's actually a decent damage range, so check this out. Not too bad. Before, you could only really hit one item, which made it really a hindrance to use. The ion cannon was absolutely not used as an offensive weapon. You needed to really treat it as a tactical weapon. Use it defensively or take out maybe one really important structure. But now it actually does a fair amount of damage, making it more worthwhile. Yeah, it looks like this is going to be the end of their base. You keep running. You keep running. I don't want to just lose a tank. There we go. Not too bad. Oh, excuse me. Not too bad. Maximized our economy. Rushed in pretty quick. And we were able to take out our foe. Come on, I want to see what's in that tank before the mission ends. Hey, more money. Not tanks. Crates can be your units destroyed. There we go. And I'm still newbie. That's awesome. Either way, what I was trying to say before mission complete is crates can be your unit dies, your unit gets promoted, your unit becomes stealth, money, the map is revealed, the map is shrouded. There's a couple of things that you can get out of there. They're not always good. So, you know, give or take with the crates. But either way, I just wanted to show you guys how this worked. You can return to maps if you want to take a look around. You can have your friends yell at each other or what have you. And then you have some options here if you want to see from someone's perspective or disable shroud or whatever, that sort of a thing. So anyway, thanks for letting me share this with you. It's OpenRA. I'll have the link down in the description below. I really hope that if this was your nostalgia, if this was the kind of game that you grew up with like I did, really recommend you check it out. Completely free. I downloaded it. It's not very heavy. I mean, a lot of these assets are pretty light. Even with the graphics and the music, it doesn't take that long. I downloaded all 3 games, the musics, everything for them. It's awesome. And I think that's really it. Yeah, so thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate it. This is John Megacycle, and I'll catch you next time.